There we go. That still looks like it's weird-ass grainy. Is it a light thing?
Possibly. And we find out if we turn the main lights on.
Yeah.
Do you want me to try putting the main lights on?
No, I'll do it. You do the warning.
As always, this comes with spoilers. So you've been warned, and if you don't want to know, look away now.
It's still looking...
No.
That looks better than it was. Oh, so this is Star Trek Discovery. Terra Firma Part 2. It was on, I watched it, it was okay. I've got really nothing else to say. I zoned out several times. I had to ask him a load of stuff that was going on. Yeah, it was just...
I think it fundamentally suffers from the fact... I mean, yes, it's always nice to see sort of the mirror universe, and it's always nice to have Giorgio, blah, 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 blah.
Well, she felt a bit soft to me. I mean, I know that was the whole thing. She was now soft compared to her version in that thing, but she just felt soft. She might as well have been Picard in a wig.
Yeah, she was soft even compared to how she was.
Yeah.
In her own universe.
Yeah, it just felt like to kind of push their story agenda to where they wanted to be. They didn't serve the character to me.
But it also, I think, suffers the fact that, again, because it's a time travel episode.
Or is it? I mean, it kind of is.
It has that thing of, you kind of know that, yeah, there's going to be, despite sort of Discovery Season 1 apparently going, fuck the rule book, let's just check it out and do whatever the hell we like. I think it's safe to say that Discovery has learned from that. So we were never going to get some earth-shattering sort of revelation. You know, we know the mirror universe kind of chunters on and where it is, because sort of Paul was saying, you know, at the end of the day,
we've seen it after this point in history.
Yeah, you've still got all the stuff to come with Kirk, with Cisco. So, you know, it's not going to be a radical shifting of the world order or anything like that. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely suffered from the whole, we made them not really a mistake, because obviously we had reasons why we did it this way this time, but because we watched it after The Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's never good.
No, that always has an impact.
When you've been crying at R2-D2.
Nothing else is ever going to live up to that. Yeah. It was another... It's best to say it was a solid entry. It didn't...
Yeah, I mean, they're not bad.
They're
not bad episodes.
It didn't piss me off.
You know, it's... I've got no desire to rewatch any of this at all.
What, this episode or this whole season?
Discovery.
Okay.
Full stop. I've never rewatched an episode of Discovery. But you asked me to rewatch yesterday's Enterprise. I'll put it on now. Do you know what I mean? You asked me to rewatch The Child. I'll put it on now. First Contact, I can watch over and over and over. That's an interesting thing, actually. Okay, so the Guardian at the Edge of Forever was a nice nod. Could have done with a bit of Joan Collins, can't lie. But anyway, it was...
Yeah, she really hasn't aged well.
I think of the last thing I saw her in. Scream Queens. American Horror. She was in a Ryan Murphy. Anyway.
She was in Ryan Murphy?
Yeah, crawl up his arse. Just the feet.
Explain a lot about Ryan Murphy. Ace!
No, I've completely forgotten what I was talking about.
Joan Collins,
Edge of Forever.
Guardian at the thingy, what's it?
So it was nice to see that, but I've got no clue what I was going to say.
It was something to do with First Contact.
Right, thank you. Yes, right, I'm back. So the Guardian said to her that he was sending her somewhere. Fuck, right off. Where the timeline hadn't diverted, split, whatever.
No, I thought he actually said it was where the mirror universe and the prime universe were closer together and hadn't diverged. Not the timeline necessarily.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fine. But they split at the end of First Contact when
Right.
Zephyr Cochrane shoots the Vulcans, rather than shaking hands with the Vulcans and making a listen to Roy Orbison.
Oh, right.
So that's the divergent point, because he's like, "Ha, aliens, fuck you, bang," and that's where, according to Enterprise, which one of the very few episodes of Enterprise I've actually seen, you then get the mirror universe splits off and the Terran Empire starts to build, because the First Contact is bungled in that way. That's the difference in the two universes.
Mm-hmm.
So for her to be somewhere, she's got to be pre-First Contact, which is, I want to say 2163. There'll be a trekker out there who'll know this without even thinking about it. Because he says data, the date, where's the date? And Data goes, blah, 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 April 14th, 2063. It might be 2063. I don't know. Even though I will have to look it up as soon as I finish recording this, because it's going to annoy me. So basically that's the point. So she has to be prior to that. So that means if her series is section, I mean, bear in mind, God knows what things like COVID have done to what their plans were. So maybe her series is no longer going to be section 31, and it's now going to be something else, or they're going to come up with some wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. Well, yes, that's the divergent point, but they sort of still remain fairly parallel for another 50. I don't know, whatever.
See, I possibly need to rewatch that, but I think we've taken two completely different interpretations.
And that's the other thing. Yeah, maybe they don't mean what I've taken from it at all.
Because the whole thing that you had in terms of why she was and stuff was
What was she?
Because and stuff was because Cronenberg's character was obviously talking about, it's the fact not just that she's travelled like 900 odd years into the future,
Yeah,
but also that
she doesn't belong in that universe.
Yeah, and but it's also because of the fact that because she doesn't belong in the universe anyway, even like 900 years previously, she doesn't belong in the universe because she's from the mirror universe. But the point that Cronenberg's character was making is that over that 900 years, if that's Prime and Mirror, they've basically gone like that over the 900 years to the point where you can, in fact, now no longer cross over because they're now completely separated and fenced off.
And your molecules try and pull you back.
Yeah. And then you've also got the time thing, so you're literally like being pulled apart. So the impression I got from what the Guardian was basically saying is that he's basically taking her back to a time where it's more like that. So not necessarily before First Contact where it is just the one,
right?
But just at a point where she's obviously no longer dealing with being blasted 900 years into the future, but also the fact that she's no longer having to deal with such a trauma, if such a thing even exists, of being completely separated from her universal reality. So, that could put her back.
Okay.
Kirk time, Cisco time.
Yeah.
A bit before that.
Oh, perhaps she bounces all over time. Perhaps it's gonna be like Dr. Trek.
Dr. Giorgio.
Well, I was just kind of putting the two shows together.
Yes, I know.
But, whatever. No, that's not...
She'd probably make quite a good War Doctor, to be fair.
I can see it working. I had an interesting thing today where I was sent a document, and it was had lots of superfluous stuff for the job, because it was all the instructions just in case it was a new driver, and the guy I'm sending out is definitely not a new driver. But part of the job we do is we take photographs where we go, and it said to pick a good angel. They've been sending this document out for probably months and months and months. So because I know these people really well, because I used to work in their company,
Angel? I think you meant angle, dear.
I took the line out.
That will make sense to any of you that watch what's coming later, by the way. If any of you watch it.
Yeah?
Never mind. Carry on.
Okay. So I made it say, pick a really good angel. Well, I can't remember the exact wording. And then I added, whatever you do, don't blink and you're dead. And sent it back with a picture of a weeping angel. They didn't respond. I amused the fuck out of myself though. There we go. Yeah, so Star Trek happened.